In the blistering heat of the Saharan sun, a golden caravan stretched across the dunes, thousands of men, camels weighed down with gold, and musicians echoing rhythms that told of wealth and glory. At the center of it all sat a man dressed in robes finer than silk, his face calm, yet commanding. His name? Mansa Musa. He was a ruler not of Europe, not of Asia but of Mali, a West African empire so powerful, so advanced, that when he set foot in the Middle East, the world's economy trembled. This isn't a fantasy. This is a forgotten truth buried beneath centuries of bias, and today, we're unearthing it. Long before skyscrapers pierced the sky in London or Wall Street buzzed with finance, West Africa thrived. In the 13th and 14th centuries, the Mali Empire rose on the ashes of Ghana, not the modern country, but an earlier empire that dominated trans-Saharan trade. Mali's land was soaked in riches, salt, gold, ivory, and intellect. Its capital, Timbuktu, was more than a city. It was a university, a haven for astronomers, poets, and philosophers. Scrolls and scriptures were traded like treasure. This was a world where education and economics walked hand in hand. Then, in 1312, Mansa Musa came to power. He wasn't originally meant to be king. His predecessor went missing on a mysterious voyage exploring the Atlantic, and Musa, his deputy, took the crown. What followed was one of the most remarkable reigns in human history. In 1324, Mansa Musa did something that would put his name into the history books, at least the ones that chose to remember. As a devout Muslim, he undertook the Hajj, a pilgrimage to Mecca, thousands of miles away. But this wasn't just a spiritual journey. It was a statement of power. He traveled with 60,000 men, 12,000 slaves, each carrying 4 pounds of gold, 500 camels, each carrying up to 300 pounds of gold dust, musicians, soldiers, heralds, and horses dressed in Persian silk. When the caravan reached Cairo, chaos followed. Musa's generosity was legendary. He gave gold to the poor, funded mosques, and supported scholars. But he gave away so much gold, that the value of currency in Cairo plummeted. The market couldn't handle it. Inflation soared. Modern economists say it took 12 years for the economy of Cairo, Medina, and Mecca to recover. This wasn't just a religious journey. It was economic domination, accidental or not. So who was Mansa Musa, really? He was a man of deep faith and big vision. He returned from Mecca with architects and scholars from the Islamic world. He built schools, mosques, and libraries, turning Timbuktu into the intellectual heart of Africa. He funded the Sankara University, where subjects like math, law, astronomy, and medicine were taught. European cities like London and Paris were still struggling through medieval hardships, yet here, in West Africa, knowledge was thriving. But Musa wasn't just generous. He was strategic. He expanded Mali's territory, strengthening trade routes, and ensuring that his empire became the primary link between West Africa and the rest of the world. And yet, despite all this, his story was nearly erased. Let's be honest. You probably didn't learn about Mansa Musa in school. Despite being the wealthiest human being in recorded history with an estimated net worth that makes Elon Musk look modest, Musa is rarely mentioned outside African studies. Why? Because history is often written by those in power. For centuries, European narratives painted Africa as dark, undeveloped, and in need of civilization. A story of gold-laden African kings and bustling scholarly cities didn't fit that agenda. But the truth remains. A 1375 Catalan map from Spain shows Musa, sitting on a throne, holding a golden nugget. Even the West couldn't ignore him forever. Still, textbooks didn't follow. Mansa Musa's story isn't just history. It's a mirror. It reflects what we lose when we allow bias to decide whose story gets told. He reminds us that Africa was not always seen as a continent of poverty. Wealth and intellect once flowed freely from the heart of Mali. And history, when told truthfully, is far richer than we imagine. Mansa Musa's empire may have faded, swallowed by time and shifting powers, but his legacy is etched in stone, scripture, and gold. The only thing missing was the spotlight. History isn't lost. It's just waiting to be remembered. Subscribe to Ancients of Truths, and together, we'll uncover what the world tried to forget.